Action. My name is Steve Sewell-Care. I am the coordinator for the Eastside Eagles Neighborhood Watch Group. Relative to the question that was asked, is there still a problem with violence in the community? I unfortunately would have to say yes, at various levels. That we see as a watch group, crime and the association with the violence. Obviously, there's still guns that are on the streets that don't have the individuals who are licensed to carry them. There's still been incidents of violence that's been taking place in our community. We meet once a month in our watch group, and prior to that we review concerns that our neighbors have in our board meetings, and so consistently the answer is continuously yes. I also believe that there's other ways of looking at violence, even if they're not with guns. We got to look at other weapons, knives, or even directly domestic violence is an issue that does not get enough attention. But that's another source of violence that takes place. As we've had our summer lunch and dinner programs, there's been another way of looking at violence through bullying. You know, some kids who are a little bit more aggressive, that's a form of violent behavior that we've had to address by sitting down with the kids and talking to them about that. So when you look at those particular issues that we see and that are still very present, very visible, we need to address this at various levels.
What's the answer to the question? How do we reduce violence?
Okay. I believe we've been able to do that as a community and as a neighborhood watch group, as does other watch groups and other agencies or committees that have committed themselves to addressing that. One big committee that we have adopted, Communities That Care. A number of individuals have gotten together at the Mercyhurst Institute to talk about research studies to deal with what are the specific issues that need to be addressed relative to violence. And there's a couple of things that's very, very important. Obviously, family. How can we increase the stability within families where there may be identifiable issues within that family and what's missing. And one of the key factors that has consistently come up is the absence of fathers in the household. That's a serious issue. The other is religiosity. And this is based on the study that's taken place in our community and across various cities in America. And this feedback comes directly from our children. Not being connected to a faith-based institution, or that is not going on the home front. So one of the things that has become a very important strategy to address that, other than the meeting that took place on religiosity at the Erie Library, is on August 16th, Dr. Paris Baker and his congregation, Believers International Worship Center, and Gannon, as a educational institute, has joined forces together to bring a very, very important free concert with a renowned evangelist, Freddie Rodriguez, and also featuring Jehovah's Boy, which happens to be the son of Dr. Baker, and some other local groups. That is one way that we can bring our community together, is by being proactive. But that also requires that we as a community must come together and support this, no matter what your differences may be. I believe that it's real important to support this effort. So on August 16th, the doors at Gannon Hammond Mill Center, where they play basketball, will be open at 5 o'clock. And then let me emphasize, again, free. You just need to bring your free spirit there, your free body there, and be a part of such an important strategy and intervention to address religiosity. We do that at various levels, but here's a great opportunity for us to get behind this as churches, as faith-based institutions, as educational institutions, as a community, as neighborhood watch groups, to commit yourself to being a part of that. Again, the doors open at 5. The worship will begin at 6 o'clock. Jonathan Baker will be, Jehovah's Boy will be featured at 7. And our guest evangelist, Freddie Rodriguez, will be on stage at 8 o'clock. What a great opportunity for us to show some unity as a collective body of Erieites and Erie Countyites, no matter what your background of religion is. This will bring us together in ways that you cannot even imagine. And how would you experience that? By being present on that night.
What do you think is going to happen when people get together, sing and dance and hear speeches?
Great things will happen. It's just amazing when we do our meal at the Church of God, Galatians 1 Church. Great things happen when folks come together to eat, to share bread, to break bread, to fellowship with one another. You can never go wrong when you bring people together for the right reason, for the right cause, and in the right atmosphere. You can bring about change just based on that. And you can reduce issues that might plague us. Because if we don't do that, the outcome is continued trauma. And trauma is a very serious issue when we don't address issues of violence in our neighborhoods, in our homes, in our schools, and at any other places where that may take place. So bringing the community together, I'm telling you, is a great celebration to honor, as I see it, the true and living God. You know, because where He is present, great things will happen, whether I believe that or not. And if I'm a non-believer, because I need to say this, non-believers, you know, certainly are more than welcome to be a part of this. This isn't about just being a believer. This is about us coming together, no matter what our backgrounds are, and being in a place where some great things are anticipated, and that anticipation, I'm personally excited about that.
That's a wrap. Believe in the possibilities.
Amen.